All righty, folks, here we go. Tim Eisner, Aric Bobzien taking on Kevin Schmitz and Jed Neal in this third-place match for Division One. Aric, an individual who's been on our stream a couple of times now. There last year at WAMO, he captured the nickname of Aric 9-Mark Bobzien, as some will recall that one, because let me tell you what, he was really hitting them left and right, as I believe him and Tim Eisner did capture a title last year. I think in level 2, actually, it was. So kudos to those guys. But Aric also playing Damon Hedda in the final, the Emmys Midwest Get Down, which we had on our platform too. So anyway, this should be a good matchup. Here's Aric as he steps in right now. And is he just going to do it right off the bat?
Oh, he almost did it to you right there. No, we'll say this is a different version of Jed that we've seen from earlier today, mostly because you can see there's no top hat.
Yeah, he's been rocking the top hat all day long, and now he's finally taking it off. We'll see if that proves to be a factor in this match or not. We will find out, but yeah, you can't go wrong with the Neal Schmitz outfits today. There's no denying that one.
Listen, they came here and they said, no matter what happens in the tournament, we're going to be best dressed. And now look at this. I mean, they're trying to get into the finals here. Although Tim and Aric making it hard as we do get a 9-mark over there from Tim Eisner.
Hey, big stuff from Tim. We do have a question. Debbie asking, when do Steve and Garrett shoot again? If we had our choice, never again. No, I'm just kidding. No, they'll be up. They're the king seat holders. So whoever wins this one will face Garrett and Pilger. So there you go, folks. Money talks. What's the prize money like for these events? Do we have a dollar amount on there?
So fourth place is going to be $400, second place $500, and first place $700. But of course, you have to remember how many brackets. There's 37 divisions here. There's $25,000 plus added in, plus 100% payback for this event.
Yeah, so there's definitely a good chunk of money, especially when you think about how many events you're actually playing in and how much time you're spending here. I mean, we're split into 2 sessions, so we'll have a morning and an evening session with 2 completely different groups of people.
Yeah, and one other thing to really keep a note here, this is a state tournament, right? I know it feels like a national competition with the size and the magnitude of it. This is a state tournament. You're playing for a lot of pride. You are going to see everybody in this room and say, hey, listen, I got the trophy last year, didn't I?
I'm glad you said that. You're exactly right. Steve Diker, Hilger, individuals like that, even Garrett Rakowski has said in the past, all those bigger tournaments mean nothing compared to this one because it's my state tournament, and that's what it means to these individuals. So we'll see. Tim and Aric off to a hot start in that first leg. There's no denying that one, and we'll see if it continues on here as Jed and Kevin just kind of stumbled a little bit in that first leg. Granted, they've had a little sit here, not a long sit, but a little sit.
You can see Jed there does find that third dart triple, but not really happy with that go around, knowing that he didn't really assert any control there. Let's see what Kevin does with this opportunity. This is a great one for the rabbit here. He wants to attack those 19. Ooh, that's a tough placement here. Let's see if he can actually work with that dart.
Very difficult, and that one isn't better. That is very difficult to work around, especially those kite flights. I mean, those kites can be deceiving. Yes, they're shorter in the front end, but the back end's still significant there. I mean, it's tough to work around those flights.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Tim Eisner does take a third dart look there, feeling like he was a little congested over in that triple 18 area of the board, but not able to get that 20, meaning that Jed here can just focus on submitting that point lead. Oh, he wants to take a look, though, and he does. Oh, look at this from Neal. Finding a 7 mark there. I'm going to be honest, and this is truly how I felt here. Seeing Jed wait for his next match after his last one finish up, I saw him in the chair, and he looked like he was kind of like a little too relaxed, a little too tired, and felt like he was kind of exhausted. And I was worried about how that might affect him now that the adrenaline dump is over of that King Seat match. I shouldn't have been too worried.
To me, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how Hilger manages to fall asleep wherever he wants, and even like Leonard Gates. Gates does that a lot, but he's even flat out told me, if I fall asleep and don't properly wake up and adjust myself, I'm dead in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Dead in the water.
Well, these players know better than to fall asleep in front of our cameras, as they're all on high alert over in that section. Oh, tough last one on there for Eisner.
Yes, indeed. Now Jed will step in here, looking to gain the 15s and bulls for the win in this leg, I should say.
I was going to say, he was quick to attack that, not having too much worry there. And that great switch up there, Jed Neal with a 9 mark there for you.
Throwing it on here in this second leg of our third place match. Leaving the bulls for Aric. And that's Aric with an A, because he's an A-plus player.
Yeah, unfortunately, this Tim and Aric has nothing to do with the Tim and Aric show. But they are putting on quite the show on our show.
Good show reference.
And great last start there from Kevin. Very
card.
assertive win in that leg. They're making it 1 apiece.
Well, we'll diddle it up here. We'll take a look at the bull. Just outside for Tim, and you see him look to the sky, knowing that Kevin can best this.
And Kevin certainly wants to do so.
Oh,
no.
My goodness. You can see him look off as he's saying, what just happened there? Tim and Aric steal one away.
Yeah, you literally heard our reaction before it even left his hand, because we saw something was not right with that setup. And, yeah, Schmitz kind of has his head down there shaking that one off.
Yeah, Tim's going to kind of maybe even just take a second to realize what he was just gifted here. Now he's got to take advantage.
Exactly.
Let's see what he does.
The gift's only worth so much if you're able to cash it in. Working his way up. Great last start there, but not the explosive opening that you would expect to see in a D1 match where it's ride or die. Kevin needs to shake off whatever just happened with that dart there and just forget about it, move on, and hit the board aggressively.
And you can see he's still kind of thinking about it here, so work it out of your memory bank and find the triple. Once again, folks, we hope you're enjoying the action here from WAMO 2023. Give us that like, give us that follow if you have not. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We gotta tell you, we have a lot of quality content coming your way, and boy, oh boy, that did not find the 19 bed. Outside there, single 3, just 2 scored. Aric to close the 19s.
Oh, but that's going to make it a lot harder to do so. Needs to find the single here.
Yeah, I had to step over too, and really you just got to think fat wedge, bottom side there, and that's exactly what he does.
Yeah, that was definitely on the intention there, using that dart as a backboard to guarantee it flew in, not flung out. Let's see what Jed does with the situation. Finding that first one gives him a lot more options. But he needs to find at least one more.
Ooh.
He's going to stay. Oh, he did do the change up there in the last start.
The subtle eye switch there.
He's very subtle about his switches. Now, here's the thing, Will, and let me get your opinion here. On that third dart, he tried to close that 20, but he only needed a single 19 to close. Do you think that would have been the safer option?
I mean, why not? Go ahead and take that option, but then again, I mean, where they're sitting at, I'd have been tempted for another trip 18 there myself. But
that also is a fair point.
It's a difficult choice. I mean, either one. I would have chosen the 19s over the 20s just because one and it's gone. But It is what it is.
Exactly
Kevin.
the case. It's a foregone point at this point. Kevin. See what he does here. Again, it's all about getting that first start in the right segment, because then it gives you so much more control and ability to do whatever else you need. But now Kevin's going to be relegated to stay on those 18s for all three.
Man, can't find it. It's got to find it here. Just a single door opener, folks. Let's see if they walk on through.
Yeah, a little bit of struggle there from the moment for Kevin. You can see the frustration kind of mounting.
And you can see Aric, all eyes on the 20s there, as it's a 7 mark.
Jed did hit that 6 on his last go around here. Let's see if he can do so again. He's going to need to. Gets it within 1 point. Keeping them in, but again, Tim Eisner right now can really just take control, really assert their position here. And I do like that shot. Unfortunately, did not connect, but going over to that 17 on that first start there to try to get that third house open was kind of like how Will was talking earlier about just sometimes if you're not worried about someone on a number, you can just kind of trap around them and play thermonuclear in that sense.
There's a thermonuclear. I can't even say it. Nuclear reference. There we go.
I'll stick to the thermonuclear references, sir.
Just tongue tie it. Tell you what, interesting play about to happen here. 6 mark or 6 mark on the 17s would be handy. See if you can capture another. Now you just single 19, get rid of that bad boy. And that's exactly what he does. So smart darts there.
That's a great shot.
50-point advantage, but is it enough?
Aric only needs a triple to get ahead, but the question is, will he be able to take a comfortable shot? And after that first start, I'm going to say it's very unlikely that he'll have a good shot. He can take one if he wants, but he's going to stay. Still a 50-point difference now the other direction, though. So Jed, playing that aggressive playstyle, if he finds that triple, can do whatever he pleases.
Can let you folks know that Garrett's looking uglier than usual as he walks by. Okay.
It's just a smell for me.
You can see for yourself here as he walks on through the doorway.
Look at that as Jed Neal walks into a 9 mark there. That was a great shot as he's catching some fire right now. Let's be honest.
That was a great shot indeed. A back and forth chess match we have going here. And it's forcing Eisner and Bobzien against the wall now because 351 plays 331. Kevin, go ahead and close out these with a 1, 2, 3 if he wants to.
Hey, Kevin's going to take a moment here. He knows that this is an important round, right? I mean, this is a position you are in control. You don't want to give it back. This is game 3. This is do or die. Do you make it to the finals? Do you not? To make it to the finals in this event is such an honor that they're going to be fighting hard for it.
See the smart play to go ahead and point first, and he went for the double and the close and missed high into the double 8. So still an opportunity for Aric as those 16s were not closed, folks. And here it is.
Oh, this is going to be huge.
Now does the tide turn?
If this one hits, it does.
You can see him thinking. You can see him thinking, "Go for it, man." I think you go for it.
It's hard.
It's a hard decision.
You go for it until the moment you think about it. Then you switch back. And I think the fact that he had the hesitation there was a good call for him to go back to that 16. But Jed, if he can follow up that magic that he just gave us, it would be incredible timing as he's on fire and kind of bailing out Kevin right now, if we're being honest.
Yeah, and I almost would have liked Aric to go 2 at the 16s and then switch over. If you capture that 6 mark, no harm, no foul, you know. But teach their own. Jed having just a struggle here, kind of thinking about things and not fully set in mind of where he wants to go, and see him attack here.
Exactly. He's trying to visualize what he's going to do after getting the point lead. The problem is you need to get it first.
Yeah.
You can see how frustrated that is there. Now, Eisner, just with 2 singles needed to get that close, is going to have to do so.
We're getting some questions about a hitch. He's trying to get over the hitch, so he's still having a couple strugglesome moments, but we've seen it before. It's not an uncommon thing.
Jed with a hitch. Jed, even though he has a hitch, has shot 5-0 multiple times on the stream today or higher. So.
And yeah, he's still a quality shot. It just shows you that it doesn't matter if you do or don't have a hitch or how your throw looks or what darts you're throwing. It matters how often you're playing and how consistent you are.
Kevin needs to find the first 2 trips if he wants to take a look at that 16 with advantage. This would be a time for the Rabbit to come hopping back into the match. That's a great last start there to get that point lead by 4 points. Now at least makes a little bit more intrigue here in this bout and to get into the final. I mean, there's a little bit of pressure showing from these guys right now.
Yeah. Oh, big miss with the first dart there for Aric. He will still take the gander at the triple and gets it. Big shot there from Bobzien.
If you guys are curious, Will actually punched me, not his hand. But Jed here does have match darts. It's all going to be about how he approaches this here. He's going to want to go right at that pole before taking a look at that 16, if he can. Not going to go now, but can still put a lot of pressure on this. Going to take a look at the 16 on the last. Doesn't get to close, though. Kyle, a hitch is just meaning that they have a problem with their dart stroke where it's not consistent. You kind of see them constantly resetting there.
It's not as fluid. Yeah, you can see the couple resets there to begin with. And this is not like it's definitely there. It's present, but it's not as prominent as I've seen some. I mean,
oh, absolutely.
Some I've really seen get out of hand here. But, hey, needs the one here.
You see him move because he knows how much pressure is. If this start hits, it's great. If it misses, it gives a great opportunity to Kevin. Needs to find the bull.
And he does get it. What a shot from Tim Eisner and Aric Bobzien. As Jed gives him a little, well, if I didn't have this stupid thing going on right now, kind of mentality, but big win there for Tim and Aric as they will advance.